Hello?
Hi, Kendra. Can you hear me?
Yeah, have you been here before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. You look pretty. Okay, let's get to know you. You look really good.
Thank you.
Ashanti, where you calling us?
I'm calling you from the Bay Area, San Francisco.
Okay, pretty face. How old are you?
I am 27. My birthday was last Friday.
Okay, is that Aquarius?
Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay. You have any children?
No children.
Ooh, no kids. Have you ever been married?
Never married.
Ooh, you got all the things these men in the comments be telling me they want.
Girl, don't say that. They're going to come after me, girl.
They gonna come after you. What do you do for a living, honey?
I am a legal analyst.
Ooh.
You shouted me out last live on YouTube, and I was like, I'm shy. So if the comments
I know what? I need to do a whole, because it was a whole bunch of girls. I'm gonna make y'all highlights. Okay. That y'all didn't come on, but y'all told me in the comment section. Legal analyst. Okay. Analyst. All right, listen, you scoring high, girl. We got Ashanti, Bay Area, 27, Capricorn, no kids, never married, legal analyst. What kind of guy you looking for, girl?
Now, let me just start off saying that this is a pretty girl. She is. But Absolutely. As we go through this interview, you're going to see where pretty privilege, this is the worst.
Or the ugly side. It's the ugly side of pretty right here. This is the ugly end. This is the ass end of pretty right here.
This is what comes with pretty privilege. She has a list. It's extensive. It's a lot of requirements.
A lot.
Quite delusional.
Brace yourselves.
Quite delusional. So when pretty meets delusional.
Man.
I'm looking for a proud black man.
Woo! We got right to it. Proud black man. Is that simple?
That's a start. Wish. So once we go down the list of the questions, we'll see who qualifies. Candace don't guess.
She said qualified. So okay. So fellas, let's see where you get exited off of the qualification. So first, he gotta be black and proud. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, deal breakers. What's the deal breaker?
Well, that's not all of it. I do have a short list prepared.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so we're talking about emotional intelligence and reflective, healthy family and friend relationships, genuine respect to animals. I do have a cat, and I love my cat. Everyone knows I love my cat. I'll never give up my cat. I want a gentleman that smells good. I just love a good cologne, a good social status, conscious of how he presents himself to the world, not only to his workplace, his friends, colleagues, all the way down the line. Secure confidence, assertive, protective, encourages our self-care. So not only does he take care of himself, he's happy and proud that I take care of myself as well. Consistent with actions and words, effective communicator, appreciates traditional gender roles, and values my femininity. Just a true gentleman all around.
Okay, Ashanti. Now, what do you do?
She couldn't even get femininity out.
I couldn't come out of her mouth. The lie couldn't form up to come off her lips.
Femininity.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Oh.
Man, please, man. And that was like, we didn't man, look. Scratch the surface.
Again, some of these things could be the same. Just say one word. Or I feel like you don't have to say every single thing that you want in a man. You cannot keep a mental check? Okay, look. Okay, he meet this, he meet that. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Why do you have to state all of this?
Because it's that expensive. She's gonna leave something out. And all of this, there's not like a tier on this list. Like, okay, this is like a little deal breaker.
Right.
No, all of this, any part of this that you don't fit in is gonna be a deal breaker.
It's all or nothing.
She's analytical and anal at the same time with this. It's insane. Like her list, these are demands basically. And then they don't even add up. There's some holes in her list as well that we'll explore as this list keeps going. She's not nowhere near done.
She's not done.
She's not.
And then, mind you, she's in the danger zone. Okay, so where was you at trying to find this man earlier. Have you met this man?
Good question. And I also want you to notice Kendra during this whole ordeal as well. Take a look at what's going on with Kendra throughout this extensive list and all that.
Yeah.
Breakers.
Ooh, okay. Needs to be consistently overstimulated. And this is with
Wait, say it again.
Needs to be consistently overstimulated. Some people feel comfortable by smoking 24/7. I'm not gonna say 24/7. I don't want to put drastic. Smoking, drinking. They'll indulge in activities, and it honestly is a sign of depression. So I just want to make sure someone has a balanced life, because I am not a smoker. So also someone who smokes is automatically out. Cigarettes, weed, I'm okay.
Okay.
Consistently overstimulated. Can y'all stop repeating just these buzzwords and stuff?
Doesn't even make sense, man. That depression. What can be classified as a stimulation? Like, she can't tell you what stimulates you. Like, man, please, man. That's nonsense. That's poppycock. But anyway.
I mean, I feel like women like this, every time you go have a drink, every time you might smoke a cigarette or a cigar or something like that, she's going to be like, how many beers did you have today? She's going to be counting the shots. She's going to be counting how many cigarettes, all of that.
Putting you in a box of somewhere that you don't even belong. The man has one beer after work, complimentary because it's stressful, and you're some kind of depressed alcoholic who needs intervention. Like, come on, man.
She's going to say, you're overstimulated.
Consistently. God.
So I get what you're saying. So if you're a person that constantly needs to drink, smoke weed, that guy's not for you. But they can do it. They can do it occasionally.
No.
Look, I don't see my man.
My man.
It's just a smell. So anything that lingers or has a scent like
this is one part of the contradiction.
Almost repulsive.
Can we hold on, Queen? Please, right. Let me not let this one go by. I'm not gonna pick apart every part, but this is one of her inconsistencies. She just professed her love to a cat, and anybody who's been around any kind of cat, they ain't the most aromatically pleasing animals on the yard either. Like, they're a little musty. Them cats be a little funky. So, the smell of this is offensive, but the cat, you're gonna have to deal with the cat. The cat ain't going nowhere. The cat and all its dander and fluff and fur and all that, all crazy. Cats are very fun. They're fun to a certain extent to see them do what they do, but they're smelly. So, okay, he's got to deal with cat, but you ain't going to deal with a little marijuana or something that might, go against what you usually do. So that's one part of her foolery, but let us continue.
Now, should he look a certain way?
Oh, Kendra, I got more, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I've been trying
let
to
her cook. Kendra,
let her cook. I know you don't feel good, so
no, you're fine. You're fine. It's just when you pause, I'm thinking we're going to the next, but I apologize.
Okay,
so continue with the deal breaker list.
Okay, let's get through it. Smoker, too passive, someone who just can't stand on their word, and people please. So if we're having a conversation and you feel one type of way, I say something, you lean towards me, and I haven't even explained myself yet because I'm me. No. Explain yourself. This is a safe space. Consistent self-doubt, insecurity, avoids responsibility, decision-making, comfortable with dead ends, or you just feel like you just have a miserable life, that you just down out and life will never get better. Leave me alone. I'm happy over here. Disrespectful towards waiting staff. That is something I stand true. I am polite. I have manners. I am extremely vocal towards wait staff with appreciation. Won't play that on the first date. Plays too many word games. A private dater. I want to date someone publicly. I would like photos. I would like anniversaries. I would like gatherings. I want to be included and be a part of your life. Pastors, deacons, or anyone that's holier than thou.
before we get to the pastors and deacons and all of that, she just said something about she wants to be dated publicly. So that means you have to post her on all your social media. She's the type of woman that if you do not post her, that means y'all not in a relationship.
She need that
now,
validation.
Now,
Publicly.
we come from a era where I'm a millennial. T's a millennial. Like we know what life was like before the internet. You could say we go together. You didn't have to post people on the internet for it to be an official relationship. Now, she's not that far off from me in age, but she's like internet. She's
very
her mind is like, you have to validate her on social media. You could tell her all day, every day, you are my girl, you are my lady.
It's not enough.
You're the one for me.
Where's
but
that
you ain't
tag?
got no pictures.
You didn't tag me. Like, you gotta tag me, post my shit. Like, you gotta put me in that. I need that validation.
Right. So that's what she wants. Don't let her tell you anything else. She wants you to post her.
Definitely. That's a fact.
You better post it. Post this lady, Shanti here.
You better.
She said, I am too pretty
to
be you not to put me
closet, right? Not on your front page. Right. Front and center. She want to be front and center.
Exactly. Okay. So just forewarning, you're gonna have to post her.
Holier than thou. Preachers, deacons, reverends, none of that. Like none
of that. She don't want no men of the cloth, none of that. Right. Nothing.
Wonder why.
So
it's extensive list. Look, keep your eyes on Kendra, y'all. Keep your ears on this bird and keep your eyes on Kendra.
So no pastors and no deacons. This is your deal breaker list.
Deal breaker.
Okay, so no pastors and no deacons.
Womanizer, trophy chaser. I am not your 50-year-old trophy wife. Not happening. You worked all your life. You avoided the women that were probably the best for you. You didn't take them serious. I'm 27. Not for you. I'm not your reward. Sorry. Questions or sexual orientation. We're going to skip over that one. Overly complicated, complex communication style.
So if you're 50 years old, don't hit her up because she doesn't want to be your trophy wife. Again, this is one of those, she is so vain. I am pretty. I know I am a trophy wife and I don't want you to use my, this is one of those things. I don't want you to use my pretty, but I'm going to use my pretty.
Yep.
You can't enjoy me being a pretty woman on your arm, but I'm going to enjoy the fact that I'm a pretty woman on your arm and I deserve all of this. What type of sense does that make? If you if you don't want to date older men, just say that I don't want to date older men. When Kendra asks you your age range, just say what your age range is. Some of this stuff is unnecessary for you to say.
Very true. Very true.
It's just unnecessary.
As well, she contradicts this as well. When asked that question, it's going to be interesting to what her answer is. But she doesn't want to be somebody's trophy wife. Okay, ma'am. Let us continue.
Young lady has children.
Okay.
Look, exhausted. Kendra's exhausted.
Okay. Shanti, you're a legal analyst. Are you going to become a lawyer?
I would like to be. I was in hopes to find someone early on and continue my career.
She needs somebody to pay for it.
Dedicate myself to a career so early, and I don't have kids. Girl, I got a man. That's why I'm on here. So hopefully in the future, if that opportunity comes, I will most definitely take it.
Okay. I was just curious because you definitely breaking it down like a lawyer child. Don't play with Ashanti.
Oh, now I can give some advice, but don't put me on paperwork.
Oh, goodness. Okay, can I go to the next question or is there more?
Let's go.
Yeah, she needs somebody to help her pay for that law school.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be where I thought I was supposed to be by 27. I'm not in my career. So I need a man to pay for my school. Medical school, I mean, not medical, law school is expensive. And, you know, I've used all of my financial aid. I've used all of my student loans. Incredible debt. All of that. And so I need a benefactor to pay for law school.
So here's the play in a nutshell. She's going to drop, you know, get some well-off-to-do Marvel superhero character who fits under all these terms and everything she said. Drop a seed on him. Go have him pay for her to go to school, and then she's out of there. Like, this ain't her forever husband. She needs, like you said, a benefactor. So she's gonna give him placate to what he wants, quote unquote, get her law school, you know, accounted for, and her books, everything taken care of, pass the bar, and then she's gonna abscond at about 39.
Right.
38, 39. She'll be out back on Kendra, looking for a new man. Right.
It's time to get out of there around the 30s, late 30s, 40s. That's when they make they break. Like I'm out.
Yep.
So,
and that's what this extensive list is about too. Like if she's going to do that, she's trying to make sure that this person is in the Marvel universe before she has a baby with him. So she's got to, you know, she went on for about maybe 5 minutes about deal breakers and this and this and that with the word salad attached to it and contradicting herself all along the way. Let us continue though. This bird brain.
So the next question is, should he look a certain way?
So I'm just going to describe him. So I'm looking for a man that has a classic timeless style. The new age kids called it clean man aesthetic, clean aesthetic. Trim facial hair. I prefer haircuts. I'm not really a fan of men with long hair. If you look like a standard man in a suit. So if you go shopping and you just think of an ideal clean cut gentleman that would buy a suit, fit in suit, that's what I'm looking for. No piercings, no visible tattoos.
That goes without saying. Another one. You could just
neck,
not respond.
Face, hands. Not into it. No fashion hair colors. Natural gray is okay. I don't want a man that bleaches his hair. Different colors. Not into it. Colored fingernails. Fashionably accessorized is okay. No gangster jewelry or grills.
What does gangster jewelry qualify as?
Like a huge BMF chain.
Come on, man.
That's when I think gangster jewelry, BMF chain. So y'all hear what type of man she just described, this super ninja. She just described him. Clean cut, no visible tattoos, no colored hair. He can have grays, but he can't be 50 years old. So if he's a man younger that is starting to go gray, she is okay with that, apparently. And so when she's saying all of this, you know who dresses in suits? Older deacons, men. Pastors, older men,
Lord.
Businessmen, definitely. Lawyers.
Definitely. No damn 27-year-old kid in today's time running around in no damn suit unless he has to. If somebody didn't die, they don't even go to business meetings in suits at her age.
Right. They don't even do that anymore. So, I mean, yeah, I understand you looking for this type of dude, but then it is contradicting. But then you try to put an age range on it, or he can't be of this profession and things like that. So,
as well, keep a pin in the dyeing of the hair and all that. Keep a pin in that. We're gonna circle back around to that too. Her list is cannibalizing itself. That's why she doesn't have a man. Let us continue.
Okay. I know. Listen. I know it's my show, but I need to raise my hand on my own show to ask a question, y'all. The tattoos. So you said not visibly shown, but let's say he has chest tattoos and y'all go on vacation and he doesn't have on a shirt. Is that fine or no?
that's okay. That's us in our private time. I just want to be well presented and well represented while we're in front of colleagues, people in our group, our social group. I don't want the tatted up bae. I don't want that. I'm very clean myself. I have no tattoos. So I just would appreciate if a man came with no visible tattoos.
Okay.
Kendra obviously don't know what visible tattoos mean to ask that dumb question.
Right. When you're fully dressed and clothed, if you can see them irregardless, like, you know, on your face, your neck.
Yeah, that's what she means. Like, why she asked that dumb question about when he's at the beach and he got a chest tat?
Because she dumb.
Why you ask that dumb question? That's not a visible tattoo. She's talking about a man with a suit on. You can't see a chest tat through a suit, Mel.
He got a see-through. He got a transparent suit, translucent suit on. Like, sure, Kendra, sure. Okay.
I really think Kendra was a DEI hire.
Yeah, that's fairly accurate. Like,
because
no skills, no talent for this.
You can't tell me she got hired on her own merit in education.
Questionable education that she has. I ain't see no documents. I don't even know if she attended, graduated. I ain't see none of that. I don't know.
This is very questionable, but let's continue.
Okay. Can I go to the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
That question, I believe with all the things that I listed, a man would be of value if he stayed within those guidelines. So there's no
guidelines.
So there's no exact number that I'm looking for. And also I don't see his money affecting me while we're meeting each other or dating. But if it does, that's great. But no, thanks.
Okay. So basically no money requirement, but the man you described would be a man of value according to your words. So he would do well if he meets the requirements that you have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Shanti, let's
trying to be slick. She just said a man that's making over six figures, like, or 6 figures or over.
She described the aesthetic of a rich man. She did it in reverse. Like, instead of saying what he got to make, she just described the aesthetic of what she knows to be or sees around, you know, her circle as a rich man. That's all she did. That's a lawyer shit. She's doing it in a roundabout way so they can't say she's digging gold. Well, it's the same thing. She wants somebody to pay for her education to be furthered. That's all this is, man. And the contradictions are still flowing. Now, I hope y'all caught them. I should have been writing this down so we can go back over, but it's a few that are glaring. But let us continue.
Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, girl. I'm an itty bitty.
72 pounds.
Yes, you are small.
Okay. She is fit.
Okay, Shanti.
Bitty. Size. Thank you. Size 225.6.
Okay.
Size 2.
We got some paid questions, but let me finish my questions first.
Ooh.
When was your last relationship?
I got out of my last relationship in October. I have been emotionally free since end of November, December, and now we're here.
Okay, so now you feel like you needed like 2 months or 3 months to kind of moose out, and now you're ready.
When you quit a job, do you take time to reflect on your old job and say, you know what, they're going to miss me. I'm going to hold out. I personally believe I owe it to myself to live my life as best as I can. So I just continue on my path. I'm in love with my reality. I'm in love with my future. So
why are you on the show?
Okay.
Did she just describe? Did she just compare a job to a relationship?
Wow.
Y'all just sit up here and act like y'all are so cold and heartless, but probably cry yourself to sleep that man is gone.
Now she had no real interest in that man. He probably was gonna pay the thing, pay the law school, but he didn't fit in the Marvel verse and all of that. So it's easy come, easy go. Like if she was more fond of the man, probably it would have been. But they always do this. Like having a car, a job is a status or a place that you frequent. You get your coins. That can be transferred to anywhere. That's just somewhere where they pay you. You go, give your service, do your job, they pay you. A car, you crash your car, of course you're not going to mourn, but so much, you're going to need a new car. But we're talking about emotional, like a man, a relationship, something that should a give and take. He's not an inanimate object. You shouldn't just mourn. That goes to show what these women really think of you. This man that she's looking for is going to be of a service, and he has to be perfect because she's got to stomach it as well to complete the deal. She's going to have to lay with him. She's going to probably want to reproduce for his sanctity so he can pay everything. And this is all part of the beguilement. Like this is a long-term finesse. She's got a lot of things going on. And if you read between the lines, you can pick it up. The context clues are right there. You know what I mean? It's sad. Like, it's crazy. Like she know damn well, she know what she doing. This is calculated. Like this was very calculated on the part of this young lady. Contradicting herself all the way throughout and all this. I see the play, but let us continue. Quick moment aside, BSO kinfolk. You know what time it is. It's about that time of the week where we handle our membership Monday. So let's start off with our members at the supporter level. We have Yazid Yair Bey, My Own Perspective, Outcast Slim, Safina, Moonlit Madeline, The Aura, Nagasaki, Blue Collar Jim, El Paulino, Squared Away. And at the fan membership level, we have From Downtown 296. We appreciate everybody for your membership and supporting the channel. Next up, we'll go on to our donation, our supporter page. So we have in the lead Irving P 6859 with a $30 contribution so far. We thank you, Irving P. From Downtown 296, he's in second place with $12. El Paulino rounds it out with a $4.99. And we appreciate all you guys for your support and donations on the channel. Don't forget to opt into the membership program so you can be shouted out on Membership Monday. Now, back to the video.
You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I would not like to answer.
Okay. You don't have to answer. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Ooh, I'm a professional yapper. I have a few, honestly. I probably got the longest list.
No,
I'm the only
it
child.
better be as long as the
my
demand.
siblings will get mad, but understand they're older than me.
Look at
16 years older than me. So
you have?
Look at
so how many brothers and sisters do you have?
So biologically, I have 2. My sister's 16 years older than me. My brother's 14 years older than me. So I was raised alone in the house. So
you're only child?
There's some implications that come with that. I have a type A personality. I do enjoy the ideas of Nara Smith. You know who that is?
Wait, say it again.
So Nara Smith.
Nora Smith. I don't know who she is.
Okay, so
domestics. Of course, you don't know that.
Kendra.
Of course, Kendra doesn't know anything domestic.
So you gonna sit up here on Beyonce's internet and act like you don't know who Nara Smith is? Not Nora. Nara. You gonna sit up here? This girl was just trending a few months ago.
It's Kendra. Domestics. It's her.
You know who
that
lady is.
Kendra don't know nothing about what that lady do. She has no interest in that. It's like a stranger.
But she claims to be this journalist and the media personality, but you don't know nothing that's going on these internet streets.
That's
one thing.
DEI. That supports your DEI claims. Like she's not.
Then she's trying to use this as a flaw to turn this into what? I'm like Nara Smith. You ain't making nothing from scratch.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. Please.
This is another way she's trying to reel this man in. This 100K and up man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I make stuff from scratch. Tell us what you make from scratch, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. It's your best recipe. From scratch.
Get out of here.
can't boil water. She burn rice. And come on, man. This young lady ain't doing nothing, man.
Right.
Of that.
Well, you can share with us and educate me.
She's just online, and I'm just talking about online of how she presents herself as a mother and as a wife. Just clean, calm, simple. No extra. But I would say, to go to my next red flag.
What that got to do with your
I was raised by a diva, so I like the nails, I like the hair, I like the weave, I like the heels, I like the little dresses, little weave track in the back, a little rhinestone. I enjoy it. I'm fashionable. So although I list all those things, I do have my own aesthetic and my style that I stay to. I'm not letting my cat go for a man. If you're allergic to cats, leave me alone. Don't call me. I'm not health conscious. I may be small. Every day I wake up, I dream of a pork chop. Not happening. And I like to walk down every grocery store aisle. So we talking about the produce, we talking about the snacks, talking about cleaning aisle, walking down every aisle, and I am a crier. Oh, Kendra, where you go, girl?
Look at this.
That was it.
They done tapped out Kendra. They done tapped out.
This is how raggedy Kendra's show is, that she gets knocked offline on her own show.
Insane.
Her own show.
It's insane. But can you blame her? Kendra's done. She tapped out. You've been tapped out, Kendra, with your nonsense. Like, Jesus Lord, man. You got to deal with that cat. That cat ain't going nowhere. And she's with the frilly and the weaves and the claws and all of that. Yeah, she with all of that. So she's telling you can't dye your hair, but she can buy hers. Nah.
Yes.
Nah. Stay away from this mini control freak.
She is high maintenance. It's gonna be a lot of money spent to upkeep her. A lot of money.
Yep.
She going to the high class nail salon to get her nails done. The $300 nails. You probably even more. Like,
and let me circle
clothes,
back. Let me circle back before we lose this point. She says she's her only child with siblings. I can't. See, you can't make this shit up, man. Ma'am, my sister 15 years younger than me. She still claimed me. We still brother and sister. How dare she would say I'm an only child?
But that's
ridiculous.
Not what she mean is probably that her dad had other kids and she has siblings from her dad, but she grew up an only child because her mom only had her.
Still your siblings. What's to say, you know what I mean? I got older brothers. I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
Self-aggrandizing. Like you're trying to be special. That's what you're trying to do. You even trying to separate yourself from your own siblings. This is crazy, man.
What it did was it showed that she's probably has a selfish nature, that she did grow up like she grew up as the only child.
Absolutely.
So she's probably selfish.
Spoiled.
She's all about her, is spoiled. So by her saying that, it did kind of give you an insight into her personality. Not all the times is it like this, but it gives you an idea about her personality, and we can see from the list that that part is true. So
the sets of lists, she had a couple different sets of lists.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Kendra.
That was all I was doing.
Ashanti girl, I don't know. Shit, I think God jumped in. God jumped in.
No, it's the pay. I'm scared of the paid questions.
No, I mean, I don't know what happened, but
I got all my homegirls in this piece. I told them, I said, look, we're going out tonight. We're going to a wine jazz lounge. And I said, look, we either going to have a good night and celebrate because I'm going to find my husband, or we're going to be in there and we're going to be comforting me because I'm going to be crying. So at least I cry in the dark.
I don't know what happened.
Y'all see how wild that is? She's going to a wine jazz club, and either she's going to be celebrate finding a husband on Kendra, not you going to the wine and jazz club to find a husband.
Right.
You probably could meet him there or somewhere in the vicinity.
This is ridiculous.
Like you know that you're going to meet your husband on Kendra.
You these young ladies got it twisted, man.
That's wild.
Man, oh man.
That is wild. I don't know who is trying to gas up who at this point.
Really?
Is Kendra trying to gas her up, or is she trying to gas Kendra?
They gassing each other. Really. She said she got a defensive line. She got an offensive line in the damn chat to shield her from the arrows that she knows you're gonna get smoked in the chat in the paid questions or whatever. You know this because it's ridiculous. Why would you need all these? Why would you need a defense staff if you didn't know what you're saying up here sounds ridiculous? Like too much.
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
She's doing too much.
Like
doing too much.
But sometimes, okay, let me jump in a couple things.
Okay.
We were talking about your flaws. So I had a question. You brought up you like your hair done, your nails done, you like to be girly, but you said this in flaws. So you think it's a flaw that you want to keep your hair and nails done?
Well, some men will consider that a flaw because it's considered like an extension, and I'm not natural. Well, physically, my body, yes, but I like a clip-in. I don't wear weaves or anything, but I like a clip-in. I will wear an extension. And some men are, which I realize on your show, are turned off about that. They're probably saying weave warrior in the comments right now.
I don't know if they said that. Okay. Okay, I was just curious. All right. So now, what is the age range you would date, Ashanti? You're 27.
29 to 42.
29 to 42. Okay. Could he have kids?
No.
No.
Hard
I'm
no.
assuming you said no?
Hard no.
Hard no. So no man with kids.
I don't see myself being a stepmother. I'll be a great mother, but I don't see myself being a stepmother at my age.
Okay. Should he be in the Bay Area?
I will prioritize a man that lives in California, but for the Bay Area, I would prioritize a man that lives in California. I don't see myself long distance dating, so
okay,
that won't work.
Okay, and
So the super ninja has to be in California
as well. You can't be in Metropolis or wherever the hell. The goddamn whatever city you save, you got to be in California. The Marvel
has to be in California, and you see her. The max on her age was 42.
Again, you could be a 42-year-old trophy wife, sister. I don't know if you know, just because he's 50, that doesn't mean that's when he starts looking for the trophy wife. You can be that for a 42-year-old man. You want an older man. That's it. Like, come on, this is crazy. It contradicted itself so many times. It was ridiculous. Like, I mean, man, like you might just be a trophy wife. Like you're not bringing anything else to the table. You look nice, like with all your madness and your attachments and everything, the checklist that you got to pass through. Yeah, you might end up being some 40-some-year-old man's trophy wife because he's 50. He's this and that. Like that's very ageist. Per se, like no, a 42-year-old man probably be looking for the same thing or around about the same thing a man that's 50 would be looking for. So the actual number and all that, and it's just crazy. Like she's very anal and very delusional about this. She's looking for perfection, and maybe not in an overall sense, but in her, she needs 100% of everything that she wrote down on that paper. And a lot of that stuff contradicts itself. That's why I said her list is cannibalizing itself. Like one of those things are going to be wrong because a couple of them are in total opposite of each other, or they don't blend together well. Like, yeah, that's going to be a problem. And this is going to be a problem. They both shouldn't be on the list, but she just went up there writing her feelings. And I don't know what the hell she did. It was crazy. This is too much.
Let me say this before y'all get in these comments and say, what's wrong with a woman having standards? It's nothing wrong with having standards. In fact, you should. Everybody should have a standard for who they want in their life and who they marry and who they have children with. It is nothing wrong with that. We're not saying that. What we're saying is when the list gets crazy, when it gets... There's not a man alive that might meet all 100% of what you want. Sometimes you do have to take the 80 and just accept the 80. Okay, he doesn't have the 20, of what I want. That's fine. The 80 is fine with me. You know what 80 means? That he has majority of everything I wanted. He's a good man. But no, y'all want 100% of what the list is.
And
you're not gonna get 100%.
No, when you got 1,000 items on the list, maybe if you had 3, you might get them if you had 3 things on the list, or 4, 5, maybe.
And it depends on who you are and what you qualify for as well.
But see, again, she thinks she's overqualified. I'm not going to be somebody's trope. This is a lot of what she said is what she thinks of herself, and have confidence. But I think she's overinflating her value.
That pretty girl.
There you go.
This is why we said this is the ugly side of being a pretty girl.
Yep.
She's pretty and she knows it.
Yep. So she thinks she can hold hostage, and she's going to get some Marvel-esque super ninja to come through and you know what I mean, sweep her off.
And let me also say this, because I know y'all finna say something about that as well. It is nothing wrong with pretty. If you pretty, be pretty and get everything that comes with being a pretty girl. You ain't pretty for no reason.
That's true.
There's a privilege for a reason.
This is true.
But we still, just because you're pretty doesn't mean that you can't be realistic.
And there's
still be realistic.
There's 2 parts of pretty. There's pretty outside, and then it's pretty inside. And when the inside starts, if the inside is ugly, the outside pretty, it's not going to hold very well. That's why, Miss Lady, you want Kendra right now. So let that sink in. Y'all take that for what you want. You can be as pretty as you want on the outside. You can be as pretty as a peach, the belle of the ball. But when that inside is nasty, and then they got all these, she didn't come off nasty in her tone, but in a couple things she said was kind of cutting. You know what I mean? I didn't like the way she was saying a little bit of that. I'm not trying to pick at her, but I'm telling y'all to listen. Y'all listen for it and catch what she's really saying. It's a lot of coded language. This was very calculated. She's in the law, she's on that side of the fence. She know what she was doing with this. So she cut in a way that wasn't, vicious or malicious, where we would snap at her, but it was caught. It was curt. I caught it. I caught the little inner language, the little minutia to what she was saying and all that. But anyway.
Before I get to the paid questions, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Ooh, okay. I am and have been preparing myself to be the wife of my husband's dreams. So sound, soul, and spirit. I will respect you. I tell all my friends, don't talk about my husband. I already love that man. So I'm happy to invest in him. I'm excited to be your first call. We can celebrate on the phone, during a little meetings, do a little dance. I'm emotionally open. So I'm just happy to find someone that doesn't want to be in survival mode, and that's ready to find me as I am to find him.
Would you relocate?
What are we talking about? I'm not moving to no swamp, girl. You see how I'm not moving to no swamp. So
okay. All right, let's get to the paid questions. You ready?
Yeah.
So
y'all can go watch the paid questions on y'all's own. We're not gonna cover that. But before we end, I want to show y'all what her cat looks like.
This cat ain't going nowhere, y'all.
Look, this is the cat you're gonna have to deal with.
Cat. This is y'all new cat, y'all.
Look at this cat. Don't he look evil?
Sinister orange cat.
He gonna be on the bed looking at you like, I run this.
Yep.
Who is you?
He's the villain.
Who is you?
She's looking for the hero, but the villain is right there in the house already.
This is the man of the house, and it's a boy cat.
Yep. Man.
He's the man of the house.
Y'all go ahead.
Y'all go over there if you want to.
Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Skingy Mingy with this evil, sadistic cat.
Y'all go over there.
Nah, stop. But anyway, that girl list is too damn long. Her price is way too high. She need to cut it. Like, come on now. Let's be practical here. Everybody's not gonna fit into your perfect box. Men do men things, and just leave it at that. You know, he could be everything you want him or need him to be, but he can be what he wants to be on his own, or have his own identity, or whatever's going on. Like, you so adverse to a lot of just basic regular men things. You want him to be the man the way you want him to be a man, and you're not qualified. An older man is established. What you gonna tell a 40-something-year-old man from 27 years old? You ain't been around as long as he been around. He been doing what he been doing as long as you've been alive, damn near. So yeah, you in that situation, you might be a trophy wife. I think she was saying that trophy. I didn't touch on this, but I said here. I think she was saying that trophy wife as well. She wants to be heard and vocal, not just looked at like, oh yeah, your wife is pretty. She wants to be involved, hands on the pulse, telling you the business meetings and why you drinking it. She wants to be that kind of wife. That's what I think. I caught it. I didn't want to sneak it in there because we were continuing, but that's what I caught in her little rhetoric. Like I said, I might have heard some things that everybody else didn't hear. I had a sharp ear. I was listening intently, but everybody probably didn't catch it. That's what I caught. She's pretty. She's attractive, fit, all that. Her femininity, questionable, and her motives are very questionable. So, fellas, I'll leave it up to y'all. If y'all want to go holler, y'all go ahead. But her list is too crazy. And the only person that would tick every box on all 3 of the 4 of her list would be somebody from the Marvelverse. I'm gonna turn it over to Queen before we close it out.
And I'll just say this again. Like, it's nothing wrong with having a list, because I know people make such a big deal about it. Oh my God, you got a big list and things like that. The problem is when you have to list it out and you telling the man exactly what you're looking for. This gonna scare a man off. Like, dang, manic and whatnot. You can have an idea of what type of man you're looking for. You know, this is the type of man that I see myself with and things like that. But that's like mental, or you have the list written down somewhere where you see it so that you know, okay, I meet a guy, this is what I'm looking for. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But when you come on this dating show or you get in front of the man, I need you to be this, this, and this. To me, that is telling men, not good men. These are men. I'm talking about the men with bad intentions. You telling him exactly what to be so that he can fool you. That's what you're doing. You giving him the blueprint.
Very
now,
true.
with a man, like I said, a good man, he probably out the door once he hear that the list, or he might react another way. He might be okay with it, but I'm saying you run the risk of telling the legions of the world exactly what you're looking for, and then y'all be out here wondering why do y'all get scammed and why y'all get took through the ringer. Y'all be telling these men how to scam you.
Yep.
Oh, I'm looking for a God-fearing man. He go to church every Sunday. Best believe he finna act like he a God-fearing man and he go to church every Sunday. That church don't even know him. That ain't his church home. But he up in there playing.
For real.
He up in there playing like he go to church every Sunday because you got something that he won't. Now, these are men with bad intentions. So you run the risk of telling him, that particular man, exactly how to fool you. So if you're going to have the list, make sure that you are qualified for the things that you're asking for, and also keep it as a mental note. You don't have to come up here telling all of this. Some of this stuff, keep it to yourself. Do a mental check when you meet the man. Okay, look, yeah, that's him. That's what I'm looking for. You ain't gotta just state it all. Like, y'all be running your mouth too much. That's what the old folks used to say. You run your mouth too much. And then it's like you self-sabotaging. Y'all be thinking that the list or all of these qualifications is supposed to filter out the man that's for you. No, it's telling him to turn around.
Yep.
Or it's telling him, yeah, this is this is how I scam her. So that's really all I have to say. She's a pretty girl and whatnot. She probably won't have a problem attracting a man if he can get past the list. Like I said, it might be some men that might be okay with all that stuff she stated out and how she stated it, whatnot. I don't think she have problem with men
attracting and keeping is gonna be two different things, man. That's where I see this going.
Yeah, if he's willing to propose marriage and all of that, I don't know. And then what is her intentions here? Like, I think she's trying to do the lawyer play, get you to pay for her law school and whatnot.
Yep.
So yeah, y'all make the choice. That's definitely on the men. Let us know what y'all think about Miss Ashanti here.
For real. So we'll leave it right there. You guys heard what we think. More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. So get down there in the comment section. Let us know if you agree, disagree, if we were on base, off base. You know, we are 360-degree thinkers on this platform. Free thought, always promoted, celebrated, #1 here. Leave a like on your way out. Sub up if you so choose to. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we drop some more of these bangers. We appreciate y'all for coming out this evening. Y'all be safe out, and we will catch y'all on the next one.